Coming up on this episode, we muck in with the sewers, we meet the new Minecraft wither mobs, we get banned from the pig race, and we go to the toilet. Caution. We would like to apologise that this episode may contain British humour that does not make much sense outside of Britain. We would also like to apologise for apologising that this episode contains British humour. And we would like to apologise that the beginning of this episode has too many apologies in it. Sorry. Right. Deep breath. Firstly, are you okay? I hope so. Feels very strange standing here not doing a small content creator advice episode. And imagine you might be feeling a lot like I have. Shaken, troubled, let down, worried for the well-being of the DrakenGameWerks YouTube channel, and full of questions. Of course, I'm not talking about some overhyped TV drama. What I mean is that since I last produced an episode for the Unorthoblocks server, I have made and released 7 episodes for a new series called Small Content Creator SMP Advice. That's a bit of a tongue twister. That is more episodes than I have made in Series 3 of the Unorthoblocks server so far. You may be watching this thinking, Draken, where has your Unorthoblocks episodes gone? Or perhaps you joined this channel was expecting a new episode of Small Content Creator Advice when you saw that I had a new video out. But fear not on either account, I'm still making content for both series. After all, it would be a bit weird if I was making a series about a Small Content Creator SMPs and, not actually working on my own series for a Small Content Creator SMP. That really is a tongue twister. If you are watching this and you're a small content creator and have not checked out my new series, I'd highly recommend you do so. Not just for the things I say, but also for the amazing feedback and comments people have been saying with brilliant advice for us all that are working together in this sphere. And if you have been seeing that series, and I hope that you enjoy coming up and checking out what I've been doing here on the Unorthoblocks Season 3 server. I might for a while produce slightly more content on the new series, but that's mainly down to the production time it takes to produce episodes in each of the series. But life here on the Unorthoblocks carries on. I'm still being hounded by unusual drone-like creatures, and there's a lot of things I've yet to still continue working on. So welcome to the DrakenGameWerks. Now you may remember from my previous episodes that I did start working on building catacombs deep beneath the cathedral in the spawn. Well, I'm not the only one who's been down here working. I've built myself a concrete store for selling the concrete from the concrete maker I made in the last episode. But also, Gertie's been down here and has built a dirt store as well. And it's really nice to see there is more and more pieces coming together, along with the sculk shop being built by Rogue on the other side of the catacombs here. And more people are coming in and moving into this place. But we're not the only underground dwellers here on the server. And there's someone else who has been building shady tunnels. And there's been a little bit of a talk about some kind of underground alliance? Prunhoundar, Jam, how are you doing?
Oh, Prunhoundar, Draken. Hello there.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Good. I'm loving what you're doing with this place down here.
Thank you, yeah. It's a very fun experiment in the atmosphere down here. We're having a good time with all this stuff.
It's looking absolutely amazing, though I think maybe not tell the HOA about the hygiene conditions down here.
Yeah.
But they would soon complain if they didn't have sewer systems, so, I mean,
Yeah, it's a win-win. It's fine.
Well, a little Goose told me you have some big visions and plans down here.
I do. We've got quite the season-long project potential happening down here.
Yeah, like lots of stuff going on down here, lots of things going on. You wanted to sort of connect up all underneath spawn, was that right?
Yes. I've heard that I know that you also have some dark, shady tunnel networks of your own, the Catacombs.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it dark and shady. They're just catacombs, It's just, yeah.
Yes, fair enough.
It might be that there's some dark and shady characters have moved in, but I can't do anything about the lodgers. So, right. Yeah, no, I was just sort of thinking, right, so we need to find a way to connect this place up to the catacombs, right?
That would be ideal, yes.
Right, so just for your plans and everything else, am I right? Because I did a bit of an exploration down here the other day, and it looks like you're just going to extend this as your main tunnel all the way north. Is that right?
Yes. This here is the sewer hub. This is sort of a main communal area. It's one big shopping street that's just going to make it to the end of Spawn Valley and eventually end with a very large build. So it will probably make its way to the Catacombs eventually, and you can just veer off to this side and connect it.
Yeah, so it's sort of on the west side, isn't it? Though this is the only thing.
Yes.
Like, I know the HOA are going to complain because there's nothing on the east side. So we really kind of need to sort of dig off this direction, don't we? The Catacombs is that way, I think. And someone's already built a tunnel here. Is that going to get in the way? Maybe we should check the tunnel out, just see if it goes somewhere. Bit concerning, because otherwise this is going to get in the way of your sewer plans, isn't it? Oh, maybe we already have a western network for the sewer.
Oh my goodness.
You might have to watch your head. It's a bit narrow down here, but yeah, a couple of days worth of building this.
Oh wow.
So
we've got secret sewers over here. I wasn't aware of this. This is awesome.
You have a massive extension to the sewer network here. So when you build your main tunnel up here, you have this little one to connect on to the side here. I say little, the tunnel goes quite some distance across Spawn.
Yes.
And it also sort of connects up to a few things. Like you can see there's a bit of patch of light up ahead. I don't know how your lighting mod's looking, but
I've got lighting normal right now. I usually have the gamma mod off, but I turn it off in the sewers.
Like,
it's actually a rule in the sewers.
We've got like ladders here and everything else going up. You know, you might want to check out where that one leads to, because
oh wow,
I think that leads to outside someone you know.
Oh, this is where the duck lives in the dino. Perfect.
Yep, so you got yourself a little secret entrance into there.
As a trapdoor in a flat area gets.
Of course, yeah, totally. Like, no one's going to spot that, ever. And if we come down this way, and we've got even a few resident bats down here, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You might have to watch out for the few drowned appear in the cistern down here.
Oh, wow.
So we have we got the cistern down here, so it's like gathering some of the rainwater and stuff and everything else connecting. But I have noticed a few drowns sometimes turn up in here. They like to hang out in here. I'm not sure they're particularly healthy.
Oh my goodness, this all sprung up fast. Wow, this is awesome. Thank you.
That's all right. There's no problems. And then we come up into here.
Ah, yes.
And we have a connection through to the Catacombs.
Oh, fantastic.
So the Catacombs is now connected to a sewer network, which can connect to your main network. And it doesn't end there, because this sewer network is extensive. So you have another tunnel down here, and that
God, there's more.
That leads out underwater to by the school bus. Yeah, so like you see it sort of ducks off there, but the water goes a bit deeper. And if we go down into the water, underwater, and in there, and up. And it brings us out by the school bus, and at the bottom of the cliffs here, and the pig racing track. So we have another outlet for the sewers.
Another one, awesome. Ah.
And then, yeah, quick route back in. And there is one other section as well to show off in here as well.
Another one, okay.
Yep. I've tried to keep it sort of in line with that atmospheric that you're going for as well. So it's...
Yeah, this is perfect. You've nailed it. I love it.
The gloom down here. Oh, hang on, I'm running out of food.
I love the swimming pool here. This is fantastic.
Bit of swimming pool, yep. I'd say watch
perfect
out sometimes.
Time of year for a sewer swimming pool.
I would watch out for the drown. They sometimes like to appear in there and go for a swim themselves.
We're friends with the drowns in the sewers. They're just like us.
The rest of the network's up there.
Oh, okay.
It is possible to hover on the edge and still breathe when going up here, otherwise you might drown.
Ah, here we go. Oh, wow. Even more sewers.
More network.
Nice.
More sewer network up the top here. This is all underneath the cathedral.
Oh,
So
cathedral needs good sewer network. Yeah,
it definitely
like
does. There's a lot of water up here. So needs us to all drain off somewhere. So up here we have an upper network. It's basically just more and more of these tunnels going for a bit of a distance. It leads all the way over to my dirt hut. We've got a few ladders along the way here, so it's a little bit brighter at points here, just where the light shines down. But yeah, comes out right behind my dirt hut over there, and then there's a bunch of other sewer entrances going all the way around the cathedral as well.
Yep, dirt hut needs a good sewer entrance.
Yeah.
Is this law now? Is the dirt hut made of dirt from the sewers?
It wasn't made from dirt from the sewers, no.
Fair enough. Well, if you ever need to expand it, you can just bring a scoop down there, take it up.
Oh, there's plenty down there. Yeah, there was definitely plenty down there.
Fantastic.
But yes, I thought I'd expand your network a little bit for you and bring it over to the west.
This is awesome. Thank you so much for all your sewer work. You truly are a sewer person now. In fact, I need to get you a sewer hat.
Ooh, special hats.
So I'm just going to quickly turn this goose into a hat. It's a sentence we can only say on Unorthoblocks.
Well, that's law now. That my sewer hat was formerly a goose.
Yes. There you go.
Yay! Thank you. I have my own sewer hat.
Can you see out of that?
Barely. I think it's a good job I got my glasses on.
That's what we like in the sewers.
Awesome. There we are. Cool.
Well, yeah, thank you for all your sewer work. You've truly earned that hat. Awesome to see sewer stuff happening, and we can make it to the Catacombs now. That's fantastic.
Everything's now connected.
Yes, it's all coming together.
Indeed. Your plans for world domination. I mean, server domination. I mean, no, goose domination. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
They're the same thing.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Nice. Oil.
Yep, that's right. We built an entire sewer system under part of Spawn and kept it hidden from Jam, who's been building the sewer system, and then connected it up. But there is one thing that we didn't tell Jam about, and that's just over here. If I put a special secret pass into the barrel in the wall here, it will open up a secret passage. And the reason this exists is because a little goose has told me that one of the newest members on the server, a Silly Billy, has been trying to hoard all of the sewer coins that are used as currency down in the sewer markets. However, during a recent stream day, there was a bit of a yard sale up here, and I managed to acquire from this yard sale one of the sewer coins, which means I have a coin that Billy probably is going to need. So I wasn't just going to give it to him for free, though. I wanted to make sure I gave one of our new members a bit of a challenge, and so I built this area. There are 16 questions and about 104 answers in chests on the back wall. And basically, in order to earn the sewer coin, Billy is going to have to come down here and answer all 16 questions. I've left the token in his mailbox, and I wonder, because a lot of this is old history, and I don't think he's going to be able to answer all of it, so he may have to go and ask other server members for some of the answers. But I wonder if you can answer it as the viewers. I'll put the answers up on screen. Not the answers, the questions. Let's get this right. Let's get the questions up on screen. See if you can answer it. Put in the comments below how many you think you can answer. Go back, freeze the video, have a look at the questions, and see if you can work out how much of this lore from the Unorthoblocks history you can answer. There are new mobs in Minecraft. Mojang's put this one in. Look at this. If you put down 4 moss blocks and then put on top 3 creeper heads. Oh no. So we built a massive sewer network and connected it up to Jam's sewer network, and how does he repay us? Look what he's done here. He's put some screaming goats on top of my towers, on top of the cathedral. And anyone knows, I do not appreciate screaming goats. So that's a little irritating that there's goats up there, and we're going to have to do something about that. Now, those of you who remember back in the past will remember that in Perplexcity, someone tried the same prank on me, Bex and Sunny and Travis, and after putting a bunch of goats in my place, I built a mob delivery system to send it back over to their bar, and we just filled it with a bunch of mobs. So our revenge has to be similarly nuclear for this one as well. And, well, actually, I thought it might be a little bit kinder. You see, I heard that Jam likes his geese, so I have built a new stall down in the sewers, added a little bit extra to the sewers, and here we are. Here's our stall, Goose Incorporated, the finest cuisine of unethically sourced cooked geese. I mean, he's going to appreciate this, right? Have you ever had the problem of it being nighttime in the overworld when you have been in the Nether and you need to leave? Then fear not, we have you covered at Beddy Buys. Our range of Nether hotels have existed since Season 1 of Unorthoblocks, and they provide you a comfortable space in which you can sleep in the Nether. We will guarantee you'll have an explosive night to remember. I have figured out what to do with the goats that Jam has left on top of the cathedral. Look, if I build this and pop these heads on top of here and... Oh no. Now, you may be thinking, Draken, last episode, you said you were leaving the overworld to go and retire to the end. And I haven't forgotten about it. I've needed a little bit of a break. It's a lot of work out here. But I have built this big ring you see above us now. And on top of that, we have the end gateways, where we have removed the bedrock from the top of the end gateways. And to do that, we used the usual technique for removing bedrock. I built an obsidian platform over the top of the end gateways and then put a bunch of TNT here. There's a little bit of a trapdoor that's put in here and a lever above it. And it's a little bit of a trick. You have to flick the lever, get yourself underneath the trapdoor, and then try and place another piston pointing in the opposite direction. And it doesn't work every single time. It sometimes takes a few attempts, but you do eventually manage to actually blow the bedrock away. And I have done this for all 20 portals that exist all the way around the end island, which makes it so much easier for people to get to the end islands. In the meanwhile, I did a live stream recently where I dug through the center of the asteroid and I started building the asteroid base, or at least the interior of the asteroid base, which you can see down here, where we have this sort of design with the floor very similar to the entry rooms like you may have seen in the last episode where I built the sand farm, and you can see that it sort of flows in under here, and we have accesses on foot to get through to the Ender farm and also back up here to the surface as well, which meets the HOA's requirements. Still a lot to be done here, I haven't forgotten. But while I'm in the end here, I thought actually this gives me an idea. So if I put some obsidian blocks down like this and pop some Enderman heads up here, and actually maybe not in front here, maybe I should put it on the top here, and oh no. Now this beautiful location is the location of the pig race, which the server all took part in very recently on a stream weekend, and definitely go and check out in the description below all the other members because they will show the pig race. Unfortunately, I was banned from this race because, despite the fact that we've been using pig books, my pig was considered illegal. Badger? 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 Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, snake. Oh, it's a snake. Yes, I know, this episode has been incredibly silly, but I've had a lot of fun with this. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. In the meantime, I thought I should build somewhere for all of these withers that I've been encountering to stay.
So what's the end like then, Draken?
Cracking, but brilliant nightlife out there. Let me have a slash and then I'll tell you all about it now.
Alright, I'll get the pints in then, mate.
Well, that unfortunately brings us to the end of another DrakenGameWerks episode. This one has been a little bit silly, but I just felt like doing something a bit fun for a change. Don't forget, we have a new episode from the Small Content Creator Advice series coming out very, very soon, so don't forget to check that out. Meanwhile, this place seems to be missing one final wither, so we put a couple of blocks down just like this. And yeah, I need, let's have a look, where's the, there we are, there's one of the heads, two heads, and yeah, and one final head into here, and oh no, I'm Draken, and this is DrakenGameWerks. Big shout out to Carlos Manueli for guest starring in this episode. Go and check out the original skit regarding the Witherspoons toilets that he did several years ago. I'll put the link in the description below. Right. Deep breath. Firstly, are you okay? I hope so. Feels very strange standing here not doing a small content to creators. Let's try this again. And we built the normal bedrock. Oh, I don't know. That's not good. But while I'm
So, Draken thinks he's the only one who can build custom withers. Well, we can build withers too. Go, my Withertrons. Go and find the anti-Unorthoblock. And with it we can destroy the Unorthoblocks for good.